to part 4 of the Pocket Pony series. In this video tutorial, we are going to crochet the mane and the tail. Just as a friendly reminder, there is a PDF pattern download for this pattern. It includes 2 versions of the Pocket Pony, and it is also ad-free, printable, easy to read, and has lots of photo references. If you're interested, the link to the PDF pattern is in the description. Now, let's get started. For this next part, we're going to work on the horse's tail and the mane. I have actually 2 versions of this pattern. The first version is the original version that I'm showing you here, and it includes individual strands for the mane and for the tail, as you can see. Now, if you get the PDF pattern, I also include a bonus second version, which includes what I call the bumps version. So it has little bumps for the mane and little bumps for the tail. Now the bumps version is ideal for single skein mane and tail. So you're not going to be switching colors. You could use a variegated yarn color here. Like I have one with that's light blue with some dark blue specks and some white specks to give it a nice look or textured look, but again, it's more suitable for a single skein of yarn. Whereas for the strands version, as you can see here, it's great for using multicolored or multiple skeins, and you can easily do multiple colors this way. All right. So we're going to begin on the video instructions for the strands version. And again, if you'd like to also crochet this version of the horse, go ahead and check out the PDF pattern. Let's get started. Let's crochet the tail. For the tail, we're going to start between round 7 and 8 in a stitch in the very back center of the body. Counting from the beginning, that's round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So right between 7 and 8 here, I'm going to insert my hook and go ahead and pull through with the yarn color that you want. You can make this a multicolored tail, but I'm going to start with pink here. So for each strand, you're going to simply pull yarn through and chain 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. After you make 8 chains, we're going to single crochet back in each of these chains, starting with the second chain from the hook. So insert your hook into that second chain from the hook, make a single crochet, and then single crochet in each of the remaining chains. At this point, you can either fasten off with a long tail for weaving in, or you can insert your hook directly into the same stitch and pull through with a different color. So I'm actually going to switch over to using blue now. And I'm going to pull through with blue as my new color. So now I'm going to repeat the directions for the next strand with 8 chains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now, again, I'm going to single crochet back towards the chain, starting from the second chain from the hook. Single crochet in each of these chains. And again, I'm going to slip stitch back into that same stitch when I'm done and attach a brand new color. Alright, I snipped off the yarn ends for the pink and blue yarn, and now I'm attaching the last color, purple here. And again, we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. And now in the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet and single crochet in each chain, leading back down towards the body. After you get back towards the body, you're just going to simply slip stitch into the same stitch, and we're going to fasten off with a long tail for weaving in. I do have a lot of yarn ends here, so I'm going to have to weave those in a bit. Alright, so a super easy and quick way to weave in is to first secure your ends by tying the same color tail ends together. So I'm tying the pink tail ends together right now. You want to make sure it's tight, and then I'm going to then snip off the ends here, give it a nice clean look. Be very careful when you are tying the plush yarn, because it is susceptible to breaking, and you don't want the thread to break on you too quickly. I've had it happen before where it breaks before I'm ready to tie it and cut it, and I have to kind of start over, which is always time consuming. After you finish kind of weaving in, you'll have these funky looking strands. You can then curl them manually by kind of twisting each strand some more to give it a nice curl. And just kind of manipulate them with your fingers to position them the way that you want. For instance, I don't like my tail sticking straight up, so I'm just going to kind of move it to give it this downward angle. Alright, and when you're happy with it, you can continue on with the next part. Let's go ahead and crochet the mane of the horse. We're going to start from the top of the head, moving back towards the back of the head and down towards the body. So up here, we're going to start by inserting this hook under a stitch in round 7 of the head. Counting from the front, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So here, let's go ahead and insert our hook underneath that stitch in round 7, and I'm just inserting my hook between the ears to make sure I have the mane centered. Let's double check placement here. All right, yep, I think this is about right. Now I'm gonna pull through the yarn I want to use. I'm gonna begin with some pink yarn here. After you pull some yarn through the stitch, we're going to chain 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. Then, starting from the second chain from the hook, we're going to make a single crochet. That's 1 single crochet. And then go ahead and go back towards the head with 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and 4 single crochets at the end here. Now we're going to slip stitch back into the same stitch, like so. And we can go ahead and fasten off with a tail. It'll be used for weaving in later. If you want to weave it in now, I'll go ahead and show you what that'll look like. I like to pull the yarn through. Let's see, let's pull one end through to the other side, like so. And you can also tie the 2 yarn tails together. And I like to snip off the ends a little bit so they're not super long. And I just use my scissor to poke them back into the hole, hiding them inside the head. So that's that for the very first curl. And you are going to kind of use your fingers to manually curl that into a little puffy strand. After you make the first strand, we're going to work back towards the head, the back of the head, and we're moving from stitch to stitch. So here we were in round 7. Our next strand will come out of round 8, then after that round 9, then round 10. And since round 10 is the last stitch in the head, we're going to jump to the other side of round 10. And then it's the other side of round 9. Now, you are welcome to do it however you like in terms of the length of your strands. For this one, for instance, oops, getting rid of some fuzz here. I went from chaining 5 to chaining 6, chaining 7. As you can see, these strands are getting progressively longer. Chaining 8. Oops, sorry. This one is also chain 7. Excuse me. So chain 5, 6, 7, 7, and then this one is 6, and this one is 5. So if you'd like to have a variation of lengths, you can do that. You are welcome to kind of explore and see what suits your unicorn. But for this little guy here, I'm going to demo using chain 5s only. So for each of these strands, I'm going to make them the same length, just chain 5 and then single crochet 4 back, starting in the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to do a couple more here so you can take a look at how we work through towards the back of the head. Inserting my hook under a stitch in round 8 now. I'm going to pull yarn through. I'm going to use purple yarn here. Pulling it through for 5 chains now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now in the second chain from the hook, I'm going to single crochet and single crochet in each of the remaining chains. Again, slip stitch back into the same stitch in the head. And we're going going to fasten off with a bit of a tail for sewing or for weaving in. I'm pulling the yarn tail through from back to front here, and then tying the two ends together. Trimming the ends and stuffing them into the head. Again, you're going to manually twist the strands so that they have sort of this nice puffy or curled up look. And now I'm going to continue on with the next stitch, going into round 9 now, and I'm going to attach some blue yarn for that. Chain 5, slip single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and each of the remaining chains back towards the body. Oops. Now I'm going to slip stitch back into the same stitch and fasten off with a bit of a tail for weaving in. Here's a look at the finished mane. I have 6 strands total, starting with the one on the forehead. Here's a comparison view of the horse that has different length strands. As you can see, some are shorter like the one in front, and some are longer like the one in the center of the mane. And it depends on what kind of look you're going for, but I demoed the one with even strands throughout. I think it has a neater look. Anyhow, lots of customization, as you can see. Thank you so much for watching my video tutorial and crocheting along with me. I hope you had fun making your little horse. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, I'd love if you could give me a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Happy crafting! Bye friends!